Sorry ass DJ.
What is going on, guys? It is your boy Jason Love coming at you with Flash Love Logistics here with another video about Non-CDL Hotshot. I just want to make a quick video today going over a couple misconceptions you might have about the hotshot industry, about trucking industry in general, when you're just starting out. Like I said, we've been going strong here for about a month. And so this stuff is just a couple things I've seen working with brokers, doing my own loads, and just other stuff like that. First off, I kind of want to talk about having your own authority. I think it's pretty important to have your own authority. Leasing onto a company, I think is all right if you want to make some money. But my whole mindset is more about building an empire, building a business, building something that has a tangible, you can grab it. And to really do that, you need to have your own authority. You need to create your own history, right? Someone can look back at your company and see the work you've done, right? You're not just doing good work for somebody else, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, because the way to look at it, and this is kind of how I look at it, is if, let's say you're a great driver, great hotshot driver, you have 5 years of experience, you've been grinding under someone else's authority, and then you go and try and get your own authority. You get your own authority, pretty easily, but you're still a new business to any of the brokers that deal with you, even if you have 5 years of experience. When I talk to brokers now and they say something about my authority, yeah, I'm like brand new, because we are brand new, right? But if you're somebody who's been driving for 10 years under other people's authorities, you want to be able to prove that, and having your MC number be 10 years old and having a good safety score and doing all that good work, that's like your track record, what I'm saying, to other business. So I think it's pretty important to have your own authority, especially if you're trying to build something. If you just want to work and make money, that's fine. But I look at Hotshot, I look at the market, and I think, wow, like there's ability to build empires, like this is different than trucking, and we can definitely build something, so that's why we're in the hotshot business. Talking about authorities, though, one thing I think is important is, everyone talks about how when you first have your authority, it's going to be really hard to book loads. Brokers aren't going to want to use you. Like, you're just going to run into a lot of problems there. And I'd say, to an extent, they're right. You are going to have brokers that are going to say, no, you have to have at least 90 days of active authority. And that's going to happen. It happens to me probably every 1 in 7 loads I try to book. They'll say, well, your authority is not as active. You don't have the length of authority that you need to work with our business, right? And I've had 2 people help me and get overrides and let me move their freight anyways. And a lot of those loads aren't even loads I really want to drive anywhere, or I want to haul anyways, right? It's not like these people who have these rules that just have the best loads, and like the loads that you can book are like the trashy ones. No, like that's not true. Like there are a lot of great loads out there, and you're going to have the ability to book a lot of great loads, whether you have 30, 60, 90, or 5 years, on your authority. It's about the grind that you want to put in. But obviously, once you hit 90 days, you're not going to have to worry about usually that problem. Some companies still have a 6-month period, but I feel like they're probably having trouble booking loads with a lot of hotshotters, because there's not a lot of people. There are a lot of hotshotters that have been out there for a long time, but there are a lot of brand new people out there that are trying to make a name for themselves. So I think that'd be a pretty big misconception that people have, is like it's just so much harder. It is a little harder, but it's not. You can get it done. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you can make the money you need to make. You should be able to gross $4,000 to $5,000 to $6,000 a week, even with a brand new MC number. Like that's possible. Now, another thing I want to talk about, kind of a misconception I had to an extent, was about kind of just booking loads and doing all the paperwork. Now, doing a carrier packet is not hard, and sending over that stuff is not hard. One thing that I think is important that you guys need to know is that it's kind of annoying sometimes too, is that every time you book a load, right, you're not set up with people, you have to get set up with them, right? One thing they're going to want is they're going to want to basically be on your insurance to an extent. They want to be a certified holder. And really what I think that means, I might be wrong, is that they're basically just going to be able to look at your insurance. Because like you're signing up with their company. Even if you never, haul another load for them, you're signing up with them, right? Like you're giving them the ability to call you and be like, hey, can you move this load? So they want to have all your stuff on file always, right? So they want to be able to look at your insurance and be like, okay, it's good to go. So every time I do it, because I go through Progressive, You know, I don't really have an insurance agent. There's nobody's name I actually know off the top of my head. I just call the system every time, and I, you know, that's how I do with my insurance, right? I call them and I tell them what I need done, and it's not like one person, right? So, and usually the broker's like, yeah, just send this over to your insurance. I'm like, well, I don't have an email address. So I call them every time, and I say, I'm usually on hold for about 15 minutes, and I say, I need to add this person as certificate holder. And it was really funny, one time some guy, like, actually put that certificate holder on a separate person's insurance and sent me a separate person's insurance for, like, some car. I don't know why they had commercial insurance, but whatever, besides the point. But yeah, you're going to have to do that a lot. Almost every company is going to want you to do that. And if they don't ask you to, don't bring it up, because it's not that big of a deal. And yeah, it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So I'd say that's something you need to know, is that they're going to want you to do that. You know, doing a carrier package is not that hard. You're gonna need some sort of app or something to be able to edit PDF files. I use Adobe Acrobat. It works super well. I think I pay $19.99 a month to use that, and a lot of other stuff with Adobe. But you're going to need to be able to edit PDF files. This is something they don't really talk about. It's like, if you're going to fill out a carrier packet, you're not going to be able to just print all the papers out. You're not going to want to. You need to be able to sign it electronically right there. You need to be able to edit it, put your information in it real quick. You know, 10, 15 minutes, you're ready to go. If you had to print everything out, do it by hand and scan it, like, if you're on the road, good luck. Like, that's not going to happen, right? I mean, you could. But, you know, that's the easiest way is just to edit the PDF, like 100%. And that's what I do. And you're going to have to make all your invoices too. So be ready for that. Be ready to edit an invoice, you know. If you need a template, I can definitely help you with a good template for an invoice. But you're going to need to make an invoice for every load. That invoice is going to go to the people that you ship from. It's going to go to your factoring company. So you need to be able to be tech savvy enough to do that stuff. And luckily, you know, I don't really have a problem with it. It's pretty easy to do. It's not rocket science. And it's a good way to keep track of how much money you made, just by having a folder of all the invoices and having them in order. Really helps out. So that's some stuff I didn't really know about beforehand. So there is a good amount of paperwork that goes into Non-CDL Hotshot. Another thing too is with bill of ladings. So always make sure you have a bill of lading. Okay, a bill of lading is a paper they're going to give you when you move something, right? Sometimes they don't give you a bill of lading. If they don't do that, you make yourself a bill of lading. Okay, you can buy them at any truck stop. You just fill it out. I usually, when I have my driver make it, when he does it, he just puts where it's coming from, where it's going. He signs it. When he delivers it, he puts the date, the time, and has a person sign it. Because this paper is basically your lifeline, man. If you get pulled over by the DOT, they're gonna ask for your bill of lading. They're gonna ask you where you're going, where you're coming from, what are you hauling. You know, what permission do you have to haul this load? If you get in any sort of an accident, you know, bill of lading is gonna be really important. You know, why are you on the road at this time commercially, like stuff like that. But also, bill of lading is gonna be super important to your factoring company. It's gonna be super important to the broker you use. Like, people don't realize they won't give you a bill of lading and then they won't pay you because you don't have a bill of lading. You know, that's how some brokers work. So just make sure you always have one. You always have your driver doing something. And that's something I didn't really know about. I remember our first load, we got a bill of lading from this guy, and my driver's like, does he need to sign this? And I'm like, yeah, I think he does. And so we had him sign it. Now it's just like clockwork. Always have the bill of lading ready to go. And that's something some people don't talk about. So I'd say a misconception about Hotshot for somebody who has no idea about trucking at all would be the idea that there's not much paperwork, because there is a okay amount of paperwork. There is an okay amount of stuff you got to do on the laptop. So if you're out on the road, you're booking your own loads, just be ready to edit PDFs on the go. Make sure you have a good internet access. Another thing about bill of ladings is sometimes they're going to email you the bill of lading. Like, let's say you're the dispatcher, right? Then you have to get that to your driver somehow. Like, he needs it in hand, so you have to send him to a truck stop and print it out there. You know, so sometimes it gets really inconvenient, but you make it happen, right? Every time that happens, I'm just super professional about it, because I know that you need to make a good impression on these brokers. They need to understand how professional you are, because especially when you have a newer authority, they're like, you want to make a good impression with every broker, because you want them to want to use you again, because you already have limited options because of your authority. You want the options you do have to, like, be in good standing with you. But yeah, guys, I just want to make this video real quick, kind of talking about operating authority, talking about the paperwork you need to do with Hotshot, some misconceptions, I think, or stuff that I didn't really know about that I think could help you guys out right now. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be making a lot more videos. I'm trying to grow a nice little family here on YouTube. I've done YouTube for a while for different things, and I think the Hotshot's really going to be the one thing that I can be able to make constant videos on and really enlighten the public on what is Hotshot and what we do. So yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment box. Send me a direct message. Follow my Instagram, JLoveMMA. Your boy's here. We've been grinding. I think we're at about $14,000 on the month. It's been a slower month. We're about 23 days, 24 days in, so we still have about a week left to get that number up. But it's been the first month, guys. Like, it's a grind, dude. You just got to keep running it. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video, and I hope you have a good day.